Hi, I'm Hannah Burns and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the work I did in my EDU 333 class by showing the projects I created and how they demonstrate ISTE standards. The QR code in the corner there gives you my contact info if you'd like to reach me by email. First, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the ISTE standards. ISTE stands for the International Society for Technology and Education. They've created 7 standards for educators to help them use technology tools that will empower their students' learning. Using these standards is a great way for educators to collaborate with their peers, deepen their practice, and challenge themselves to change traditional approaches to education. These standards are learner, leader, citizen, collaborator, designer, facilitator, and analyst. Each standard can be applied to the classroom through the use of technology tools. And when I'm talking about some of the projects I've worked on, I'll reference these standards and explain them a little bit more in depth. A really great tool we were introduced to is Voki. Voki is a free online avatar creator. It can be customized to look like you, an animal, or even an elf, and voice can be added as well. Voki is a great way for students or educators to enhance classroom instruction, engagement, and even lesson comprehension. Voki is useful because its avatar creator feature is free, it's child-friendly, and a safe way for students to remain anonymous, and can help students develop speaking skills. It can even be embedded into a website. It's great for use in video projects, teaching a lesson, or lesson summarization through the avatar rather than live in front of the class, or student introductions. The Voki avatar I created can be found at the link on the screen. My Voki is an introduction about me and why I think technology is important in the classroom. This project aligns with the designer and collaborator technology standards. Because this tool is so customizable, it can be adapted to personalized learning experiences for students. Educators can also use it to encourage collaboration with other classmates and even with parents to create authentic and engaging learning experiences for them. The next project I'm introducing is Powtoons. Powtoons is an online video and presentation creator. You can use animations, text, and backgrounds to create a neat presentation for any event such as marketing, education, or even just for personal use. For my project, I created a fun advertisement for a project. We can watch it here.
Are you bored of purchasing underrated products on Amazon? Well, check this out. The boyfriend pillow. You might be asking yourself, what does it do? I'll tell you. Got no partner to snuggle at night? No problem. The boyfriend pillow is soft and cuddly. Its design replicates the perfect nook of a real partner's arm. Afraid of commitment? Aren't we all? The boyfriend pillow won't pressure you to move in with him or meet his parents. It's all the cuddles you ask for without the complaining. The boyfriend pillow is also great in bed. Cuddle him at night. Have a snuggly movie date. Crying to his shoulder for hours, the possibilities are endless. The boyfriend pillow won't ignore you for video games. What more could you ask for? So if you want the perfect sleeping companion for lonely people, the boyfriend pillow is available on Amazon now. Get yours today.
Powtoons has some great strengths. One of them is the professional-looking animations and images and the amount of free ones they offer. They also allow you to share your presentation and download it in many different ways. One thing I liked most about Powtoons was its ready-to-use templates that make designing yours so much easier and faster. Some drawbacks of the tool are the small watermark in the corner of the free version. Some features and options are for paid users only, and you can't edit or save the presentation offline. Still, Powtoons is such a great way to make fun and quick presentations that look professionally made. Like I mentioned before, they can be used to make presentations that are educational for marketing, like I did, or personal, like making a picture scrapbook. I'd say this project also falls under the collaborator and designer ISTE standards. It's a tool that has many different choices for design, so students or educators can personalize their project. Students can also collab on projects together, and educators can even make presentations to share with their colleagues. Now I want to talk a little bit about creating effective PowerPoint presentations. PowerPoint is a tool that can be used to make custom presentations. It has many more features than the Powtoons application, though. PowerPoint includes hundreds of tools for customization, features that allow you to insert your own photos, sound effects, and transitions. It's a much more professional tool for creating a presentation. It can be used for the same kinds of presentations I mentioned in Powtoons. In class, we learned about how to create an effective and visually appealing PowerPoint. The elements of an effective PowerPoint include using bullet points, rather than full sentences or paragraphs, using large, easy-to-read font, photos that take up the majority of the white space on the page, like this picture of my dog, and contrasting the color of the font to the background of the presentation, among other things. I think this tool and lesson we learned is part of the Learner and Designer ISTE standard. Everyone knows how to make a PowerPoint, but not everyone knows how to make one effectively. As educators, it's up to us to constantly improve our practice and offer our students the best kind of education they can receive. It's also up to us to teach them how to stay current in technology for their future. PictoChart is the next tool we used. PictoChart is for creating infographic charts and visuals to display statistics and information condensed into an appealing visual. PictoChart is a great tool for creatively presenting data that will engage people. PictoChart is easy to use, contains hundreds of free fonts, backgrounds, and images, plus it can be shared in many ways. Infographic tools like this one align best with the Leader standard. Technology tools like this one can shape, advance, and empower student learning. Visual aids are used constantly to present new technology, ideas, and standards. Copyright law was the first lesson we learned in class and probably one of the most important. Copyright law is a form of protection for published and unpublished works. It grants creators the rights to use and distribute their work. Copyright law falls under the citizen standards. Being a citizen in the technological world means contributing responsibly and positively to the digital world. Educators should help their students become digitally literate. This also helps students stay safe and legal on the internet. Lastly, I'd like to talk about the use of QR codes. QR code stands for Quick Response Code. It's made up of a unique pattern of black and white pixels that, when scanned together, possess information like text, URLs, and contact information. The standard this represents the most is Facilitator. QR codes can be used to make fun scavenger hunts for students or challenge students to create their own. This helps them become innovative, critical thinkers. QR codes are great because they're quick to use, and mostly everyone has the technology, like a phone or an iPad, to scan them. But one downside is that anything can be connected to the QR code, which is a concern for safety. You won't know what's linked to it until you scan it. On the left is just the same QR code from the beginning with my contact info in it, and the second one is a nice thank you for watching my video.